Sis, you're live.
Okay, welcome to, is there something like actually on the screen? Because my screen just has a photo of me and Gracie.
That's all mine has. Is there some way you can...
Okay. All right. Uh-oh, we got an echo. Let's see. Every day is a challenge, guys. Hey, Cindy Gygax, how are you? It's good to see you. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me reverse this so you guys don't see the front of me. Okay, I think we've got it solved. I know someday, no sound. Do you guys have sound now? Is there sound now? TV bingo. Uh-oh. Okay, can you guys hear us now? Okay, perfect. All right, that's the problem when we use our devices for other things. So I used my computer yesterday for the Zoom. So now everything is crazy. Okay, so I'm going to start all over again, all bright and cheery faced. So let me see. We have Cindy Gygax from Fremont, Joanne from Newark, Linda Lehman, Dorothy Thomas, Victor. Hi, Sue. Okay. Well, good. I'm glad you're all here. Okay, let me see if there's anything I have to answer. Okay, so Phyllis, this is for you in case I don't remember to text you. We are not having a sale this week because I thought I had another week before I left for Puyallup, Washington, but my sister texted me to tell me to pick her up on the highway in some foreign little town in Northern California on Sunday. So I guess Sunday is when I'm leaving to go to Puyallup, Washington. So my sister's going to be leaving a dirt bike race and then meeting me and going up with me. So that should be fun. If you guys are going to be in Puyallup, you'll have to stop by our booth because you won't want to miss the opportunity to say hello to my sister, who is kind of like me, but me on steroids. If you can only imagine that.
It's scary.
A little bit scary. Anyways, welcome, Cynthia. It's good to see you again. Okay, so today we've got a little bit different. Well, you know, we're never consistent. So I had to do a project, a new class for the Quilt Show Reno, which is, I believe, the 15th through the 17th of June. So if you haven't looked into that, you might want to make a weekend of it. They always have amazing quilt exhibits. They always have amazing teachers. Classes start on Tuesday and they go through Saturday. So will you be in the shop with this in 2 days, Wednesday? Yes, Linda. If it's Wednesday of next week, no. But maybe Karen might, depending on how her husband's feeling. I know, Anne. And imagine me so calm and peaceful, and then me on steroids. Uh, it's kind of crazy. Um, so anyhow, I decide I always when I teach classes, yes, Linda Lehman, I will be here this Wednesday. And I'll be here early, probably about 8 o'clock, 8 till 6-ish. Anyhow, the so when I teach a class, I want to teach as many techniques as I can. I'm not so excited about the finished project because I want to give you the ability to kind of spread your wings. So I'm more about techniques and teaching you how to create your own vision. So I have tons of silks, tons of fibers, tons of crazy things here at the shop. Paints and different artsy stuff that people don't really know what to do with it. It's a little bit overwhelming if you're more of a traditional quilter, but a lot of times it's great to use traditional quilts and just add a little bit of your own artsy flair to it. And most people will tell me they're not artistic. They could never do anything like that, that what I do is amazing. First of all, it's not that amazing. Second of all, if you can copy, you can do anything. Most of my patterns come from coloring pages, so you can go to Dover books are not. You can use those, and you don't have to worry about it being copywritten. So Dover books is a great place to get patterns to use, and then you can make it any size you want. Even though it's 8.5 by 11, you can take it down to your printer, and I always take it to a printer that does house plans. What do you call that, Roger? So you want to take it somewhere where they have blueprints, because you need it to if you say you want to blow it up like this and this, that could cost you a lot of money at Office Depot or Staples. And I never know the measurements, so I would say about this big by about this big, and they figure it out. Blueprints, if you take it to a blueprint shop, it's going to be much, much cheaper. So just a little thing to put in the back of your brain. So I have, on this project that I'm going to show you, I have really tried to figure out how to condense the most techniques into a 4-hour class. I'm kind of hoping that, well, I'm not really hoping, because I know I can weasel my way into a 6-hour class, because I think we'll do quilting, we'll do weaving of silks, we'll do free motion, we'll build a little collage bird, we'll do a bird nest. Okay, I'm going to show you just because. So I literally was rushing to get this done before the Zoom today. So don't look too closely at my quilting, because I only spent about 10 minutes quilting the project. But here it is. The nest is not on there yet. So the nest is going to go right about here. But look at, I got cute little eggs in there. So with the eggs, all I did is I took, is Peggy on? I took the stitch glue that Peggy has. If you guys don't have that unique stitch glue, you need it. It's like $6 a bottle, or $6.79 or something. But I took silk and I just wrapped those little ugly pom-poms with it. So those are my eggs. I just wrapped them around with the unique stitch. And so then on my nest, what I did is I just took a bunch of fibers, puddled them all together. And then I took a tapestry needle, and with this skinniest yarn right here, I could thread the tapestry needle. So I just wove that around to kind of scrunch it together. So that's going to go right about here. I'm going to dig a little hole in there so my eggs will fit. And then I will stitch it on here so it's a little bit dimensional. If you know me, you know I love dimensional quilts. And then here I took the silks and I wove them to give it more texture to the background. And here I used silk fusion that I made. So I'm going to show you all the little bits of this. Okay, hang on a second. Let me see if I have. Hey, Connie, it's so good to see you. I missed you at the Zoom yesterday. But just before I show you this other stuff, if you guys want to join us today after this Facebook Live, we are going to have a Zoom. Because a lot of people bought the little St. Nicholas patterns we have. We have a ton of them in the shop. So little Santas. We have the recycled Santas. We have the St. Nicholas, that's Eleanor Peace Bailey's pattern. We have quite a few. So we have the gnome Santa. So a lot of you have gotten those patterns. So we just thought if we designated a couple of hours, maybe an hour to an hour and a half, so that I can get home sometime tonight. But we're going to be making Santas. If you don't have a Santa and you still want to join the Zoom, you're more than welcome to. You're more than welcome to work on anything you want. So I will have that link posted a few minutes after this live ends. So back to, it's so hard to stay on track. Okay, so I'm going to show you some different techniques and other things you can do with these projects. So you guys have all seen these silks that we sell. And when I went to PIQF years and years ago, there was a booth that just had these sari silks. And it's like 50 yards just sewn to each other. So it's just their scraps. And then here's silk yarns. And I have been a collector of these for years. Like literally, I have some of these decorating my shelves that are probably a couple decades old. But I never really know what to do with them. So I have really been trying to find different ways to incorporate them into different projects. So with that, the project that I have here, I didn't want to do a class where we just make a scarf with the silks because it takes a really long time, not a really long time, but you're going to want to like binge watch a show to iron all these silks and weave them. So if you wanted to take the silks, we have multicolored silks or same colored silks. So this is one that's all just with white silks, well, cream silks. And so you can see how they're woven. Sometimes they're not as tightly woven as others. So you take 7 long strands and then I think it was 7 long strands across and then shorter ones and you weave it in and out of the silk. So you can kind of see it better here on the colored ones. And then you sandwich it between your, I think this is the front. So you sandwich it between your wash and gone or some kind of a solvent stabilizer. So once it's woven, you can put fibers on it. So you can see here I added some extra little fibers that I just puddled on top before I put the wash away on top of it. And then I just randomly scribble stitched. So it's just scribbly, scribbly, scribbly stitches. You have to literally sew over everything to couch it on. And then when you wash away the stabilizer and you let it dry, this is what you get. So I left some of the yarns long just to give it a fun look. So I wanted to be able to teach that technique, but not for a whole day. So that's what I did here is I just did a smaller version of it and then just laid it down on top of my quilt background. And then the tree, I know you guys have all seen me demo this 1,000 times. I can demo it again a different day though. This tree here, I used the Stitch and Steam. So I put the Stitch and Steam stabilizer underneath it. You can probably see it right here. And stitched all along here. I drizzled some fibers on top of it so you can see that gives it texture also. And then when I ironed it, it shrunk it about 30%. And so then I just cut, referencing the coloring page that I had printed, I just cut the limbs. And then for the leaves, I was going to do double-sided leaves so they could be dimensional also. But I thought since I'm kind of going in the silk direction, I would take the Silk Fusion. So I know I've demoed this in the past, but some of you might be new. So this is what we call Silk Fusion. And Silk Fusion, you're basically creating your own fabric. This one always creeps me out because when you're new, they say to use the blonde, this one, because it's not dyed, so it's less expensive. But it kind of looks like my hair. So anyways, that comes in the starter kit with your screen and your paintbrush and your glue that holds it together. So when you pull apart your fibers, they come like this. So these are all silks. And you'll see here, and I don't know if you can go to YouTube and just Google in Silk Fusion on our page. You should be able to. But that will show you the whole process from start to finish of how to do this. But you'll see if you just take your fibers and just hold it like this, they'll come apart. See how it just comes apart real easily? And then you just layer it however you want it. So you could do a sky if you wanted to do a background, all kinds of fun things you could do with it if you just take a little bit of time. So that is what I did with this green one. And I don't know, you just make these because they're so fun to make. And then they just sit around here because you don't know what to do with them. This one is pretty thick. So you could actually like sew this up and create a purse, or it's just a piece of fabric. Like, it's tough. You can't break it. So you could sew it into anything. But what I did here is I took the green and I just cut it into leaf shapes. So it does have, if you look real close, you'll see some of the leaves have a little bit of purple or different colors, but I tried to get the greenest part of it. So now I've got, of course, since I have to kit this for the class, I have to go make a bunch of green silk fusion for the students because we won't have time to do that in the class. But it just teaches you different things. So even if you're not at the stage in your life where you want to do artsy quilts, you still know in the back of your head what is possible and how easy it is. So literally, like this basket, this little nest here, I just puddled the fibers into a little circle about the size of the nest pattern, and then just stitched around it to see, you can see that one there is securing it and anchoring it, and here it's anchoring it because I had to pull it in to make it the size I wanted. And then I just kind of pushed a hole in it so that my little eggs will fit in there. So that is, oh, here's some other samples of using the silk. Because a lot of times you just don't really know what to do with them. So this here is, oh, Mary Beatty, it's a class at Quilt Show Reno for next June. And then, but Mary, you can join us on our Zoom tonight after this is over. Thank you, Rondi. Okay, so here is just a regular panel. Okay, it's absolutely gorgeous the way it is. But if you need to do a little bit more to it, Stephanie Brandenburg from Frond Designs, she is the designer of these patterns, and we've interviewed her several times. All of her designs come from her paintings. So this was a painting first, and then it goes to the fabric manufacturers, and they figure out how to make it into a fabric panel. But we took this one, and this is what we did with it. Let's see here. So this one, Judy Bedazzled. So she's got strands of silks here, and honestly, girls, she was, I'm going to put this one away so you don't get distracted. So Judy was like, I don't know about this. It all looks stupid. But look at how pretty it really is. So that one is Judy's finished one. And it's got some silks here and just some tulle, some like gold tulle. Here's some just regular like ballerina tulle, some hot ribbon here, more silk ribbon, and then just free motion stitching. So you can see how it kind of brings it to life. And then here's one that we did for a class. And we do have, if anybody needs any of these supplies, I didn't put numbers on them. But if you do need them, you can just type it in the comments and then we'll make sure we sort that out. So here's the pillow and here's the backing. It has been in the window in the front of the shop, so it's a little bit faded. As you can see, this is what it did look like. Super vibrant, super fun. But what I did is I took this panel right here, and then we just added some silks just to give it some interest. So that is another idea of what you can do with the silks. And that's all I have for silks today, but don't go anywhere. Uh-oh, my nest fell over. Don't go anywhere because we do have Karen actually finished. So we're totally in the, make sure I got my eggs. We're totally in the business of trying to finish up some things. So I just keep finding things like this. Do you guys remember when we did this and we were thread painting these? We've got so many projects like this going on. So we were thread painting these poppies. So we're trying to get all those kind of cleaned up and finished. Or what you want to, I didn't hold it still long enough?
No, it was fine. Just trying to focus.
Okay. Are you focused yet?
I guess.
Okay. And then I know some of you will remember this one. The more I clean, the more treasures I find. Remember when we were working on this one? Well, I don't even need to finish it anymore because I think we've sold out of it. But look we did all that thread painting on there. And then on the bucket, I used the Stitch and Steam, so it shrunk it up. And then when I'm done with the thread painting, I'm going to cut it out and put it onto a canvas. So, big dreams, girls. I'm sure you can relate to having so many projects. Okay, so let's see. What do we got here? This is one, though, that I do have 2 new panels I'm going to show you. And, okay, so if you have any questions, Ann Lindenmeyer, I know you actually finished the pumpkin panel. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know, and we will try to answer them for you. I know a lot of you on here that are watching aren't so much into artsy stuff. It's kind of a tough balance trying to do enough traditional to keep you guys interested and do enough artsy to keep the artsy people interested. So anyhow, tonight's Zoom, we're working on Santas, St. Nicholas's. A lot of people have bought the recycled Santas or the Santa gnome head ornament or Eleanor Peace Bailey's St. Nicholas. So I just thought if we do that for like one evening a month or one evening a week, if we do kind of a just let's get together and pull it out, all your stuff out and get it started, then you might actually work on it before Christmas. And I know some of you don't have any problems at all because you just get in and get your projects done. But I know there's a lot of you like me that have to, we work better under pressure and we have to have a reason. So I know I'm never going to get the ornament gnome done unless I do it with you guys tonight. So that's what I'm hoping for. What time? Carolyn, it just depends on what time we get done with this Facebook Live and what time I get the Zoom posted. But it'll be probably about 15 minutes after we end this Zoom. Because we can't go too long. Remember, Roger has football. Okay, so I have a couple of giveaways. It's a great day to make something. It's a 2023 calendar. Moda sent it, probably sent it to me to hoping I would get organized. But, you know, why start now? So I have a calendar, and remember, if you ever win anything and you don't want it, yes, Dorothy, it is just a free work on whatever you want to work on Zoom. There's some people like me that have to have a purpose. So if you just tell me that I can come work on anything, I'm probably going to show up and do diamond art because I don't have to think about it. But if you tell me I have to do a Santa Claus, then I might actually go get the pattern and the stuff to make the Santa. I just need a little bit more structure. Oh, Warriors game tonight. Okay. Well, priorities, Rondi, priorities. Linda ABC, whichever pattern you want to work on. I think you have all three of the patterns that I mentioned. Okay, so let me see. I've got a calendar here, and I've got Peggy Cato. Peggy, I don't think you're going to want the calendar, but if you do, let me know. Peggy Cato. And then I have a Pickpockets book from Eleanor. It's got a little ding in it, so I can't really sell it. So it's a giveaway to you. I have all kinds of Christmas stuff that I never get around to doing anything with. Okay, well, Lynn Bonner, join us this afternoon on the Zoom, and maybe you'll actually work on it. So Linda ABC, there was a St. Nicholas pattern by Eleanor Peace Bailey. I'm pretty sure you have. There's the recycled Santas from Virginia Robertson. And then there's also a gnome head ornament. But you can work on anything you want. If you want to finish the pillowcases for your grandkids, you could do that. Or for those of you that are doing Virginia Robertson's Hollyhock class right here behind me, if you wanted to work on that would be perfect, because she did make mention that her ladies down in Colorado are way ahead of us up here. Like us up here, most of us, I think except for Barb, have not even started. So if you guys wanted to work on that, you could do that. Oh, and that's so sweet. She says, you'll love this book. She has it. Okay, let me see who it falls on. I've got Carolyn Gavernich, Carolyn G. It's got 22 small patterns that you can use, wearable dolls or dolls on top of your pincushion. Look at this one, has the pig. The pig is adorable. The pig is adorable. You've got a senorita here that could go on top of a Fritos pincushion. A jester, a clown, a kitty cat. Let's see. A girl on a swing, a chicken bolo tie, a pirate, the fire fairy. No whining. That one would be cute. Any tumbling angel. So many things you could do.
You almost said it.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. So then here I got several of these to give away. Hang on a second. Let me see where we are. Oh, Carolyn says, give to someone else. Okay, Carolyn. Okay, Linda ABC, you want the Pickpockets book? Okay, and oh my God, Lynn has not even started the Hollyhock Zooms. Lynn, we might have to have an intervention with you. But if you get your pattern, we can look at it and get you started on an easy block. Okay, so then I have Kathleen Rader for this Pickpockets book. Okay. And if you, I don't know what I was going to say. Okay, so we do have a couple of things because we're not doing a Wednesday sale because I have to pack and I have to host a downtown mingle for the business owners in town. So Kathleen, okay, this is going to be a lucky Pickpockets day. So I do have a panel. S50 is $16. S50 is $16. So if you're looking for a panel that you could put in the center of a quilt, if you just add row borders to the top and bottom and maybe a couple to the side, this would go together for a quick Christmas gift. You could probably get it done in time for to give at Thanksgiving. And just so you know, it is a real thing. People have been dropping off quilts today, hoping they'll get them for Thanksgiving. I'm not mentioning any names, but I'm going to do my best, but I can't make any promises. S50, $16. S50, $16. And then we have one other one that came with it. And if you ordered all of the rulers from last week, we had such a great response. We're super grateful, but we had so many more people order it than we had actual rulers in stock. So they should be here, I think, by Thursday. And so we're going to, Brenda's coming in Friday. So all of your orders should be shipped Friday. And then we have this one, which is 4 blocks. So you could put them into quilts, or you could make pillows or whatnot. S49 is $16. So no matter which way I hold it, somebody's going to be upside down. But it's a fun retro-y Christmas, white winter, red pickup truck. S49 is $16. S49 is $16. And then Christy is planning on posting an embroidery stitch of the weekish. So she's hoping to get one a different stitch done every week, but it might be every other week, just depending on life. But if you, I recommend that you get like a sampler for your embroidery stitches and do the stitch with her when she does it. It will be on Facebook and YouTube, but you're going to want to keep a sample of that so that you know how to do the different stitches. And then we've got the embroidery class coming up in January, and it is a free class. We did the spiral sampler before. A lot of you got that, but Christy ordered a bunch more because people were so excited about it. We have some people that have already done theirs. So we've got some more. Embroidery is really fabulous because it's a small project you can keep in your purse when you have to go to the doctor's appointment or wherever. It's also really handy to have, like Thanksgiving, when you have to sit and talk to your family. It might be good to keep your hands busy. So S34 is Snowflake Bear. S34 is the Snowflake Bear. And the kits come with everything you need, including the thread, the needle, the hoop, and your fabric. And then we were talking about it yesterday at the Zoom. There's YouTube tutorials from this designer. She's got great ones, but she also does, oops, let me lose your needles. She prints it so that you know exactly what colors you should be stitching. So it's pretty fun to see. So this is a beginner's guide, and this is what you're going to be making. So it has all of the threads, the needles, and it's, free video stitch along, hand embroidery pattern. Oh, so you can join her stitch along here, where I'm sure she's going to be demoing all the stitches. So that is that. So S34 is the snowflake. S34 is the snowflake. Like, it makes a super cute ornament. And you know me, I like to give handmade things because everybody I know already has everything they already want. So S46 is $34. S46 is $34, and it comes with a bunch of different flosses. It's a bigger project. S46 is $34. It's a bigger project, but not as dense. The snowflake is super dense. And then S43 is Blissful Blooms. Yes, Linda ABC, you ordered the bear. Linda K, if you go to Fabric Chick Stitch Along, is Christy here? Christy, can you put a link for Fabric Chick Stitch Along? So Linda K, if you go to Fabric Chick Stitch Along, you can Google, like in the search bar on Facebook, you can Google Fabric Chick Stitch Along, And then that will be where we post all the links. S45 is the Fennec Fox. Super adorable. Fennec the Fox. S45. S45. And then Summer Birds is a fun one. Look at all those big flowers you're going to do. S44 is $40. S44 is $40. And then we have Autumn Birds. S48 is $35. So there's that. The snowflake again is right here. Snowflake bear. Oh, Carolyn said that would be great. What would be great? Huh. Okay. Well, let me know, Carolyn, if that would be great. I promise something I don't remember. Okay, so let me see about a winner for Mo Bouchers. Mo Bouchers. Okay. And then we have some cute, oh, let me show you this first, and then I'll have the rest of the giveaways. Because I can see Roger's getting antsy for his football game. Your stitch sample cloth you work on under the stitch. Use a fine marker to label the stitch and what weight of thread you used. It will help you a lot. Okay, Peggy, when we actually get to doing it, then we're going to need all your comments because you know these girls, they're not going to remember today what they're supposed to be doing on Friday. Okay, so this is, and I know you guys think this is kind of crazy, but this is actually trim. So you pull one end of it and it loosens it up. And then you stitch this thicker end into your pillow, okay? See how fun that is? So S80 is $3.89 a yard. It's such a good price. So S80 is $3.89. And remember when you guys did the, when we did the Minky scarves, the infinity scarves, a lot of you might have some of this purple left over. So I had Karen whip it up with the trim. Look at how fabulous that looks. But I also want to show you because I like to teach you guys things and tell you what your options are. So look at this really closely. This side is the mink, just the regular Minky, okay? And then you turn it over, and this is what the Minky looks like if you did the stitch and steam. So remember a couple of weeks ago, I don't know, I have no idea of time, but a couple of weeks ago, I demoed how to put the stitch and steam, which is an interfacing behind whatever fabric you're sewing. So I've shown you the sample of it on the purse that it was sewn on. I did it on the trees. It's going to shrink your fabric about 30%. So this is just a good example of what it looks like when you stitch and steam it and what it looks like when you don't. So that is my lesson. So in your toolbox, you know, if you want something to have more texture or just to give it some different look, Stitch and Steam is a great product. Okay, any questions, girls? Any questions? Okay, I've got a few more giveaways. So we had a panel here that was cut incorrectly. So I had them cut the whole panel up so we could get a lot of winners. So look at how cute that is. You can make it into a placemat. You can make it into a pillow, or you can cut it up, use it for collage, whatever your heart desires. So we have a bunch of these. And I have, oh, Kathleen Rader again. Okay, Kathleen. Kathleen, I'm with you. I have to have a deadline too to finish anything. Okay, then we have another one that has a cute little owl. This is the one that got cut wrong. I think they were cutting yard. I don't know. They got messed up on where the panel was. Okay, Anne Lindenmeyer. And then we've got another one. If you want the actual panel, just let me know. They're $13. And then we can put that in your basket. Okay, and then I have Victor. M. And then we have another one, a cute little raccoon. And I have Sue Walter. Sue Walter. And then let me go to the bottom and see what your comments are, and then we'll scroll up again. 2 yards of that lace. Can you do a kit for that pillow with lace? What kind of lace? Do you mean this trim, Ann? This trim? It's not really lace, it's a fringe. So see how you sew this side into the pillow and then it fringes out. And it's sewn up right now to keep it secure. But once you pull this string, it will loosen up like this. Okay, so I think that's what you need. Do you already have the purple fabric, or do you need the purple fabric too? Mo Bouchers, how much stitch and steam do you want? Let me know how much of the stitch and steam you want, Mo. Okay, so then I have another one with a little squirrel, and I have Linda ABC. So if you're new to watching, I just scroll the comments. The giveaways we do all different ways. Sometimes we put in all the names from people who've ordered in the previous week or whatnot. Okay, Linda Lehman. And if you ever win something you don't want, just comment you don't want it, because we don't want to clutter up your world. But you got a cute little fox, Linda Lehman. And then here's another one, S47. S47 is the Blushing Blues. Okay, Ann, I'm going to call you and see exactly what you want. Okay, so S47 is the Blushing Blooms. And then not today, because I'm not really sure what the situation is over here. But we got the cutest new pennant banner in for Halloween. So this was the pennant banner, but the directions were not followed as requested. And so we have a duplicate. Instead of putting a back on the back side, they all went on the front side. So for me, I don't want to put regular fabric on the back because I hang it across the shop. So I want it to be pretty on both sides. So we're going to have a drawing. Somebody's going to get the other one on Wednesday. Oh, perfect. Sue, I'm glad your neighbor didn't steal it. Thank you. Yes, Linda ABC. If you guys want the banner, let me see what it looks like. Okay, hang on a second. I didn't get that far ahead because honestly, I was planning for a sale on Wednesday, and then I realized that I have to leave Sunday for the show, and on top of that, Gracie wants a Friendsgiving this weekend. So I'm not really sure how that's going to work in my life because people need quilts quilted. And I'm not sure if Friendsgiving for a bunch of high schoolers is really a thing. Like, when did that become a thing? Okay, here's the pennant banner. So these are $11. If you want the banner, just type in banner. This is the pennant banner. It's a Janet Wicker Frisch. So you might want to make a pennant banner for Valentine's Day for all of your kids. Linda ABC, you'll be needing 11 of them. So here is the pennant banner. Super cute, quick and easy Valentine's gift. But it doesn't stop there. Let's see, this is this one. So we have cute little, I don't know what to do with these, but they're adorable. So then we have the Valentine. If you want it, just put Valentine cards. This is $11 also. They're so adorable. Like, I don't even know what to do with it, but I love it. So Valentine's cards. And then she has one more panel to go with the collection. And she does have an all over print. Hang on a second and I'll take you on a tour of the shop because I don't think that's made it out of Roger's office. Oh, I thought you were going to groan. He hates when we call it his office because he doesn't even want to work here. So this is the other panel. So this is the pillow panel. So if you want the pillow panel, let us know. And then we'll get those into your baskets. So this is the pillow panel. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I think I have to do something. I feel it's calling me. And for those of you, Carolyn Gavernich and Connie Wiggins, who love hearts, there's lots of hearts here. Super cute. So this is the Valentine's cards panel. And then this one is the banner. And then here, I'll take this so Roger can get ready to leave. I'll take you on a tour to go see the other Go With It fabric. But just real quick, I'm going to show you, because, you know, I can't stop there. This is also another panel that we bedazzled with those sari silks. So there's another panel. In the center, we did the stitch and steam. So you get that kind of bubbly, seedy look. So that's a panel. That's an old panel, so don't ask for it. I do have, here, Roger, can you hold this up? This panel just came in, and I don't think we've shown you. Roger's not so happy. Okay, can you hold that up? So I do have a new panel. That's sideways. Now it's upside down. Okay, so we do have this new panel. If you need this new sunflower panel, just type in sunflower panel. But I'm going to bedazzle it. I just haven't had time. So super pretty. So there's the sunflower panel. Okay, I'm going to take you on a quick little tour so you can see the, hey, Roger, Mark says hi. Hey, Linda ABC, is Mark going to be, Roger is a good sport. Is Mark going to be at the Puyallup show? Look, we've got a new box of diamond art just arrived. Okay, here is the Valentine's cards. So you could totally cut these out and make Valentine's cards. You can use the heavyweight Tim text and make postcards that you can actually mail with them. So super cute. Okay, girls. So that's all I have because we've got to go do our Santa Zoom. Linda ABC, your Santa pattern is going to look like this if you have this one. Or the recycled Santas, which are, try not to make you guys too dizzy. The recycled Santas, which are right here. Those are super easy. You could get several of them made. Roger's turned off the lights. I'm in the dark. So that's what that pattern would look like in Linda ABC. Or there's a gnome head Santa. Okay, going to take Valentine cards and put them inside the bowls. Oh, that'll be cute for bowl fillers. Okay, so that's all I have. If you guys don't have any questions, join us on Fabric Chick Stitch Along in the next 15 minutes or so, and we'll do a Zoom for an hour or two. All right, have a good night. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you. Bye.